from Nipissing.
Thank you, and good morning, Speaker. My question is for the Premier. Speaker, there was a time in Ontario when families looked forward to their golden years. They worked hard, they provided a better life for the kids than they had growing up, and they were looking forward to looking back on what they have. But today, Speaker, that Ontario is very different for our seniors. They now worry about being able to pay their bills, the ones brought on by this government. Skyrocketing hydro bills, doubling costs for medication, gasoline taxes, increased natural gas, and the list goes on, all because this Premier cannot control spending. My question is, when will the Premier stop making seniors pay for her waste, mismanagement and scandal?
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Let's talk about what, just in our most recent budget, Mr. Speaker, what we have put in place to support seniors. We put in place an additional $250 million to expand capacity to deliver high-quality home and community care, Mr. Speaker. An additional $75 million over 3 years in community-based residential hospice and palliative care for a total of about $155 million, Mr. Speaker. We're expanding access to low-income seniors benefit for 170,000 more seniors, Mr. Speaker. That means that 170,000 more seniors will pay no deductible on their drug costs, Mr. Speaker. We're making the shingles vaccine free for eligible seniors between the ages of 65 and 70. That saves $170 each for each of those people. We're removing the debt retirement charge, Mr. Speaker, on electricity bills, which will save Ontarians and seniors, Mr. Speaker. An additional $10 million annually in behavioural supports to help long-term care home residents with dementia and other complex behaviours. We understand that serving seniors is our responsibility, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary.
Thank you. Back to the Premier. This government has made life more unaffordable for families, especially seniors. In my office last week, a large group of seniors gathered to talk about what life in Ontario has become under this Liberal government. Bonnie Beam was one of those seniors in my office. She told the media how she only turns her heat on in her bathroom because the hydro costs are astronomical. She said she cannot turn the heat on in her bedrooms, and when the temperature falls below 30 degrees, she might turn a little heat on in the kitchen. This is a real story from a real person. All this is because the government has bungled the energy sector and sent her hydro bill soaring. Speaker, does this government realize just how unaffordable they've made life for seniors?
Well, Mr. Speaker, I just went over some of the things that we have done in our budget to actually make life more affordable for seniors. And, Mr. Speaker, I hope that when the member opposite has constituents in his office, he's very clear about the programs that are in place to actually help people with their electricity bills, Mr. Speaker. So whether it's the Ontario Electricity Support Program, Mr. Speaker, or whether it's the particular program that is targeted at seniors and property tax credits, Mr.
Stop talking. I don't want to get to the point where I would loathe to start your Easter break early. But I also would suggest to you that when questions are put and answers are put, that neither side provoke each other while the answer is being given or the question is being put. So the people on your own sides, don't engage, please. Please finish.
Mr. Speaker, you know, it is the job of every MPP in this House to make sure that constituents have information. It is the job of government to make sure we put those supports in place, but it is the job of the MPP for Nipissing to make sure that people in his constituency have all the information that is going to help him. Programs that our government has put in place, Mr.
Supplementary. No supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. Back to the Premier. Well,
excuse me. No matter where he sits, I know where the member is from. Bruce Gray, Owen Sound, come to order. Carry on.
A large group of seniors gathered in my office last week. Their prime concern was the rising drug costs. They're angry with the Liberals' decision to double drug costs for the vast majority of seniors. The Finance Committee this week, Deborah Cooper-Berger, chair of Ontario's Seniors Group, told this government that seniors will be forced to choose between food or buying their medication. That's the reality, Speaker, of what we have in Ontario. Our seniors rely on that medication to stay healthy and out of the hospital. Our most vulnerable deserve better. Will the Premier commit today to cancelling the planned increase to seniors' drug costs as outlined in the budget?
Question. Thank you.
Minister responsible for seniors.
Minister responsible for seniors.
Thank you very much, Speaker. The Premier was quite right telling the member to pass the information that is available to our seniors. Doesn't matter where they live, Speaker. If they live in York West or if they live in the member's riding. 173,000 senior, Speaker, low-income seniors don't pay anything for drugs anymore other than, and there is a lot more, Speaker. In order to help the seniors that live in single pension, very low income, Speaker, this budget is great for the seniors that can't afford to pay the $70 hydro. We have eliminated that, Speaker. For the seniors that are low-income seniors that go to the hospital, we have reduced the parking fees by 50%, Speaker. The $30 emission test, we have eliminated that. $170 savings for the shingles vaccine, Speaker. This is all to help our seniors that can't afford the high cost, if you will, Speaker. And when we say...
Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker.